So you're thinking about moving to Memorial, Texas, but you want to know a little bit about this area before you do so. I think that's a fantastic idea. So in this video, we're going to take a look at 3 houses in 3 neighborhoods at 3 different price points, just so that you can have a good idea of what the Memorial area has to offer. Now, I get phone calls, text messages, and emails from people like you every single day. So if you're considering moving to Memorial in the next 9 days or 9 months, reach out and give me a call, shoot me a text, or send me an email so I can help you make a smooth move to Houston. Now, to start off, we're over here in Town and Country, commonly known as City Center. Now, this is a great location in pretty much the center of Houston. People call it City Center because a lot of people think that in the next few years it'll be the center of Houston. Definitely not a way to replace downtown Houston, because that's got so much going for it, but it's a great area. It has over 60 different retailers here, from Bella Green Restaurant, Yard House, Daily Gather. You've got a Lululemon here. Yeah, plenty of restaurants and plenty of activities. Now, we're actually over here on the green because it's a great area. I like it because they do different events, different little functions throughout the year. One of the favorite things that I have was when I used to teach ballroom dancing, we would actually sometimes come here and teach dance classes on a little stage that we'd put down. It was a fantastic summer evening event here in the area. But if you're considering moving to Memorial, then you are definitely going to want to become familiar with this area. Now, it's close to the Memorial City Mall, but it's not the same thing. Different stores, different things going on. In fact, one of the things is that we've got condos and townhouses right here, so you can actually live in the city center. But also, there's a Lifetime Fitness right here. And in case you're not familiar with Lifetime Fitness, it's got a spa downstairs, it's got a rock climbing wall in there, and it's got state-of-the-art free weights and machinery so that you can live your most active and healthy lifestyle. And now we're going to go ahead and go take a look at some of those homes right now. Coming to you from the Thornwood subdivision. Now, as you can see, there are plenty of gorgeous mature oak trees and some pine trees here in the background. The lawns and the trees are exceptionally manicured. This is a wonderful community out here in West Memorial. Now, this is also actually one of the oldest communities in Memorial. It was established in around the 1960s or the 1970s. Now, we're going to be taking a look at this beautiful home that's right back here. But before we know that, or before we take a look at that, I want you to know that all of the homes in this area are usually going to have detached garages, which it's a preference thing, but it's really good so you have a completely separate space from the main house itself. Now, like I said, this is the home we're going to be taking a look at, and this is 14918 La Quinta Drive. This is 4 bedrooms, 2.5 bathrooms, and it's going to be almost 2,900 square feet. Now, this home was actually built around 1973, and it's going to be zoned to Spring Branch ISD. That's going to be Nottingham Elementary, that's going to be Spring Forest Middle, and that's going to be Stratford High School. Now, this home is being listed for just under $590,000. Like I said, that's giving you 4 bedrooms, 2.5 bathrooms. You're getting roughly 2,850 square feet, and great established community, nice homes everywhere that you can take a look at. Now, I also want to make mention that Thornwood is just a few minutes west of the energy corridor. And for those of you who don't know, that's it's a pretty popular spot for oil and gas. Now, some of the companies that have their headquarters over there are ConocoPhillips, BP, and even Citgo, just to name a few. Now, one of my favorite things about this area is that it's actually just going to be a few minutes drive north of Terry Hershey Park. And we're actually going to go take a look over at Terry Hershey at the end of this video. It's one of my favorite walking trail parks in all of Houston. I'm going to show you why at the end of this video, so make sure you stick around for that. And now we're going to go ahead and we're going to drive around the community, drive around the neighborhood, so you can get an idea of what some of the other homes in this community look like. Let's go ahead and go take a look right now. Now, we're over in the very esteemed Heathwood subdivision, and this subdivision was developed around 1960s, somewhere around there, just like a lot of the communities in the Memorial area. Now, we're going to be taking a look at this home right back here, but I just wanted to point out the well-maintained yards. You can see some yard guys here. They've been doing a lot of yards around here. The beautiful mature trees, which is going to be one of the very common things for the Memorial area, especially for Heathwood, because you can't see it, but just on the other side of these homes is Terry Hershey Park, which we're going to be taking a look at the end of the video. But the other thing you should know about this area, especially the streets right around here, is that there are roaming peacocks. Crazy, but yes, there are roaming peacocks. I actually came across about 15 of them while I was going around the community. So it's very, very excellent thing. And if you do decide to move to this area, then I'm sure you will encounter the peacocks. Now, the home we're looking at is going to be 1214 Almond Grove Drive. Like I said, it's this home right here. Now, this is 5 bedrooms, 4.5 bathrooms. And you can see again, it has that very traditional style home with the brick exterior. You've also got the access gate to the carport and the garage right here. Very nice. Now, this home is going to be about 4,400 square feet, and the lot size is a little over 9,600 square feet. Now, this home was built in 1981, somewhere around there, and the asking price is $835,000. It comes out to roughly $189 a square foot. Now, like I said, you can see that the trees in the area, fantastic. You've got Terry Hershey Park just on the other side, which is an amazing feature to have. This is going to be in Houston ISD, and the schools are going to be Shadowbriar Elementary, West Briar Middle School, and West Side High School. All very good high schools for the area. And I mean, I'm just really, really impressed with the homes in this community, and the fact that you have just on the other side connecting to Terry Hershey Park. Beautiful homes, beautiful neighborhood. And what we're going to do now is go ahead and drive around the streets and the neighborhood so you can get an idea, get a feel for what the neighborhood actually looks like. Let's go ahead and take a look right now. Now, we're over in Rummel Creek Place subdivision, and this is just part of it. And this community was established in the 1950s and the 1960s. So what you'll see right over here and over here are some of the earlier developed homes around the 1950s, early 1960s. But then you'll see some of these homes over here and right here behind me, which are much newer homes. So even Memorial is seeing some homes that have been torn down and rebuilt to suit the needs of people moving into the community. Now, we're walking over right now to the little subdivision right here, a bunch of newly built homes. We're going to take a look at those in a moment. But I also want to point out that, yeah, a little bit of shops right here. But over here, we've got Memorial Drive. Now, Memorial Drive is a major street. There's some areas that have residential homes on it, especially as you head further east towards downtown. But over in this section, over in West Memorial, there are a lot of businesses, restaurants, Starbucks, gas stations, all along the street. And this actually, Memorial Drive is going to go from almost downtown all the way out to the Katy area. So it's a very long street. Now, the home we're looking at is actually this one right behind me, but I want you to get a look at the 6 homes that are in this little newly developed area. This is a traditional style community, meaning that all the homes are made in the traditional style of home construction. Now, the home we're looking at is right here, which is 599 Wycliffe Drive. You can see, again, very traditional. You've got the brick. You've even got some stucco up here on the 2nd floor. Now, make sure you watch another video of mine where actually several videos where I talk about stucco in Houston. Important to read, or I'm sorry, important to watch if you're considering a house with stucco in Houston. Now, this is the home we're looking at. It's got a beautiful, gate around it with the cast iron. Now, this is going to be 4 bedrooms, 3.5 bathrooms. It's almost 4,000 square feet. It's 3 stories, as you can see. It stretches all the way up. Now, this home is built in 2023, so it's brand new, not even a year old at this point. Now, the lot size is about 3,500, maybe a little bit more, 3,500 square feet. Now, like I said, you're getting 4 bedrooms, 3.5 bathrooms with this. This is $999,000. Now, with that, you're getting this amazing new home. You're getting the community of Memorial, specifically of Rummel Creek Place subdivision, and you're getting the schools, which are going to be Spring Branch ISD. You're going to get Rummel Creek Elementary School. You're going to get Memorial Middle School, and both of those are have an excellent rating as far as schools go. Now, you're going to get Stratford High School, which is also a phenomenal high school. Now, what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and we're going to drive around this community, down this street and a few other streets, so if you can see what this part of Memorial has to offer for you. Let's go take a look. Now, we're over at Terry Hershey Park. I want to start out up here just so you can see that there are trails for cyclists, there are parks, there are walking trails, there's restrooms. Over here in the distance, there's a bit of an office building with a little water feature right here. Office buildings over here. This section is actually more in the energy corridor, but still part of Memorial. Now, in the distance, you can't really see it, but that's I-10. Now, we're going to come down here to the actual off-road portion of the trail. I say that because there's 2 sides to Terry Hershey Park. One of them is more off-roadish, meaning that there's no paved trail. Now, the other side, can't really see it from here, but there's a paved trail over here. Now, this part goes up to I-10, but we got to get further south so that we get to the actual main trail part of Terry Hershey. Right now, we're just off a little bit north on one of the green space expanses that branches off from it. Now, Terry Hershey Park was actually established in like the 1960s. You see this gentleman up on the trail right there. It's paved. established in the 1960s by an environmentalist named Terry Hershey. And he did this because he wanted to protect the wildlife and all the greenery, all the trees, the wildlife, the flora and everything from being commercialized. Now, this is actually Buffalo Bayou, one of 7 bayous that we have in Houston, by the way. And it's great because it helps a lot with flooding, among other things, like being, the living place of many flora and different animals and whatnot. Now, Buffalo Bayou itself actually spans roughly 12 miles, 12 and a half miles. It's going to go from Beltway 8 all the way over to Highway 6. And on the other side of Highway 6, it's going to connect with George Bush Park and that reservoir over there. Now, this is, it's a great walking trail. It's one of my favorites in the area because everything's different. It's not a loop. So it's a trail, kind of, zigzags a little bit, but it goes about 12 and a half miles. So it is a great all day walking activity if you want to go end to end. But it's, a great way to see wildlife. Bird enthusiasts love coming here. In fact, I saw a stork a little bit earlier. It's just a great place to get out, enjoy the outdoors while you're still in the city. Now, if you're planning on moving to Houston in the next 9 days or 9 months, reach out, give me a call, shoot me a text, send me an email so I can help you make a smooth move to Houston. Now, if you lived here before in Memorial or Houston, I'd love to hear some of the things that you enjoy doing in the area and some of the things that you would actually recommend to someone moving to Memorial or Houston for the first time. And until next time, I look forward to showing you around town.